Hey guys, Joey from Class J Video Productions here. Just wanted to cover a few quick topics, or a couple quick topics here that I forgot to mention last night. So anyway, here we go. I mentioned before that I was going to be getting some new video lights, and I have decided that I am going to do it, even though it's probably not completely necessary, but I do think there are going to be some places that are pretty dark where I am going to need those extra lumens, and probably will be very thankful for that. So anyway, I'll go ahead and show you. Originally I was looking at the VidPro LED 330, which is this right here. As you can see, got 330 LEDs. Now I decided against that, and I'm going towards a variant of that light. This is another 330 LED light, and as you can see, it's very similar, except for a few differences. And here are the differences. As you can see on the VidPro, the reflectors are black, and there's a on-off switch on the back, just like that. And there's a dimmer knob that goes from 10, 25, 50, 75, and 100% on the brightness. So that's on the VidPro. Now on this one, it's a little bit different because you got, like I said, instead of the black reflectors, you have the silver reflectors, and instead of the I think you might be able to turn those inside out to make them black, but I don't know. And instead of the dimmer wheel, there's a set of buttons on the back instead, and I'll actually show you on another here. Let's see, LED 330. Sorry about that. I can show you in better detail here. There's a set of buttons on the back here where you can go to channel 2, channel 3, channel 1, channel 2, channel 3, and then instead of the dimmer knob, there's a power button here. And I keep forgetting that it's a touch screen. Damn. And instead of the dimmer wheel, there's an up and down button there that you use to adjust the brightness. However, the reason why you have the channel 1, 2, and 3 buttons is that because unlike the VidPros, it comes with a remote. And what you can do is you set channel 1, channel 2, channel 3 on the remote so you can adjust the brightness on both of the lights simultaneously. And that way you don't have to man the lights close up, which in my opinion would be very convenient, because that way I wouldn't have to set the brightness of both separately. I could just do them both at the same time. And I believe that the output of this light is 2500 lumens, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 2500 lumens. So it would be 5000 lumens together. My current light setup is 1680 lumens per light, so that's 3360. So that would be a different, so 1640 lumens together. It's a 60-degree beam compared to my other ones, which are 50-degree beams. So yeah, it takes the same type of battery as the ones that I have now as well. So anyway, there you go on that. So yeah, I'm planning on getting those video lights. About $71 a piece, so I'll be paying about $142 total for those lights. Oh, and also, even though this is showing it kind of backwards for some reason, I don't know why it shows that, there's also a display that shows 0 through 99. That's supposed to be 50, but it's backwards for some reason. I don't know why. But anyway, you're 0 through 99, so you know what level you're at for the brightness as well. So that's cool. Anyway, second topic I wanted to talk about was also when we were discussing last night about the on an unrelated note, when we were talking last night about the CSX double tracking and stuff, I forgot to mention that when they replaced the crossing at Ellington Road to the WCH electronic bells and SafeTran gate mechanism with the General Signals electronic bell, they also did the same treatment to not only that crossing, but they did that to Butler Branch Road, Oak Grove Road, and Carson. So Carson and Ellington Road no longer have the wind chime like sounds with the bells, with the mechanical and electronic bells mixed together. Anyway, and they have Branders Bridge Road and Woods Edge Road have the same setup, and I'll show you just as an example. This is the crossing at Branders Bridge Road in Colonial Heights. They basically have the same setup here. All of those crossings from Reams to Carson south now have the setup. Now look at the position of the bell. Instead of on the top of the signal, it's in between the lights on this little L bracket, which is a very unusual installation, but it's been popping up and it's been very, very common on a lot of newer CSX installations from like 2014 onward. And I can think of a couple of good reasons why they've probably been doing it that way. I think for one thing, it's probably because when it's down lower, it's probably louder. And I think the second reason is probably so, even though electronic bells are pretty much maintenance free, if something were to go wrong and they need to perform maintenance on it, they wouldn't have to go to the very top of the signal to perform maintenance. They could get to it a lot more easily. So as you can see, this crossing does have bells on both signals, and like I said, Butler Branch Road, Oak Grove Road, Ellington Road, and the crossing at Carson now have this setup. So next time I go to Carson, which hopefully will be before too long, the crossing will look like that. So all my videos that you see in Carson before, that crossing signal will no longer be there. The new crossing will look like this. Anyway, so those are the two topics I wanted to cover very quickly, and yeah. So apparently CSX, when they decided to put the second track in, they wanted to have a new crossing to put the 2-track sign on, so I guess they decided to go ahead and put the new crossing on too. I guess it would make sense since they widened the right of way to put the second track in. They probably wouldn't have had room for the crossing, so they had to scoot the crossing foundation down too. So anyway, so there you go. Anyway, just wanted to wish y'all a happy Thanksgiving, since that's coming up in 3 days, and have a good night.